Got to move on to this. Can't end the show without touching on this subject. I got to quickly touch on Sean P. Diddy Combs. As more organizations continue to separate themselves from what can only be termed now the disgraced music mogul. The latest was Howard University, an historically black college university, an HBCU, whose board of trustees voted unanimously last week to revoke the honorary degree given to him in 2014. The university also made the decision to return Combs' $1 million contribution and terminate a $1 million pledge agreement from the Sean Combs Foundation. The Board of Trustees issued this statement about its decision. Quote, Mr. Combs' behavior, as captured in a recently released video, is so fundamentally incompatible with Howard University's core values and beliefs that he is deemed no longer worthy to hold the institution's highest honor. It ain't about applauding anybody, including Howard. It's about recognizing the necessity of this move. You disassociate yourself from people who are found to be guilty. I'm not talking about in the court of public opinion, in the court of law. I'm talking about what we saw in video. You cannot associate yourself with somebody who would do what P. Diddy did. I'm not here to excoriate the man and anything like that. But what he did to his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, was criminal. It was not only disgraceful, it was criminal. And the LAPD basically said the only reason we couldn't prosecute his ass is because it's a statute of limitation on that kind of stuff. And it happened years ago. It was vicious. It was a lot. And he said that his behavior on that video was inexcusable, no excuses, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to go a step further. I've seen no one in the hip-hop community come to his defense at all, even before the video came out. Before the video came out, there was allegations of sex trafficking. There was allegations of assault since, allegations of rape, whatever. Nobody? Nobody? Just the other day, we talked about Will Smith. We talked about him with the whole Chris Rock incident. But what did we never fail to say? That we've never seen anything like it. Will Smith is a good brother with an exceptional reputation, whose behavior that night was incredibly uncharacteristic and a complete aberration from anything we've known him to be. So when his boy Charlie Mack and others talked about grace, you can understand where they're coming from. When you talk about the people he's employed, when you talk about the things he's doing, when you talk about his love for Martin Lawrence and vice versa, when you talk about all of these things, there is 1,000 times more good than bad with Will Smith. Nobody says anything about Diddy. Nobody. Nobody. I mean, again, before the video was exposed by CNN, before any of us knew that happened, when we just heard the allegations, when we saw Homeland Security raid his homes in Miami and Los Angeles, nobody spoke up for him. And now we not only have Howard University and HBCU disassociating themselves from him and confiscating an honorary doctorate they gave to him, figuratively speaking, of course. They gave back the money. And I'm here to tell you, even though Howard's endowment is significant, especially compared to any other HBCU out there, but certainly nothing in comparison to Ivy League schools, $1 million is $1 million. And $1 million commitment is $1 million commitment. And for them to say, we ain't messing with you, we want nothing to do with you, you know what it is? You could call it bad, you could call it worse. This is what I call it: the end. whether he's in jail or not, whether he tries to resurrect his music career or not, because there's always a way to make money, especially with what he does for a living. Here is the reality. A music mogul who was a product endorser and beyond now finds himself with folks on all levels wanting absolutely positively nothing to do with him. I never thought in my wildest dreams that that day would arrive for somebody as brilliant, as talented, as omnipotent, and as tenacious as P. Diddy. But it has. Lesson for us all. Mind our manners, mind our behavior, guard our names and reputations, and our families and our loved ones with everything we have. Because you never know when it can be gone just like that.